over to you. South Korean officials believe North Korea has conducted another nuclear test in defiance of international sanctions. Reports suggest it may be Pyongyang's fifth and biggest test so far. A seismic event magnitude 5.3 has been recorded near North Korea's main test site in the northeast. South Korean experts believe the tremors were not a natural event. The North's nuclear ambitions are a major concern for the rest of the world, particularly for its neighbors. And Japan's Prime Minister said if the test is confirmed, Tokyo will protest strongly to Pyongyang. The White House is monitoring the situation closely, we are told. Steve Evans is in the South Korean capital. Steve, information trickling out. There is more available now, I think.
South Korea is acting on the basis that the test happened, that it was a nuclear test. President Park has condemned it. She says that North Korea is on a road to self-destruction. The words of the condemnation you could almost cut and paste from the test back in January. So the South Korean government is working on the basis that that was a nuclear test, and there seems a little doubt in my mind either. The question will be what now? It's likely that the UN Security Council will meet, as they did in January. There will be more condemnation, but sanctions were tightened pretty heavily back in January. President Park says that they will be tightened still further, but it's pretty obvious that it hasn't worked so far.
Yes,
on the military side, on the military side, they're trying to determine whether the explosion was a hydrogen device, and that would be significant because hydrogen bombs, as opposed to orthodox bombs, nuclear bombs might offer much more explosive power. And that's what nuclear bombs on the top of missiles is all about.
Yes, sorry Steve, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Just briefly, all this suggests that the various strategies for trying to limit the North's nuclear ambitions are not working, and China at the moment, North Korea's ally, is not likely to be helpful.
China will be helpful as far as it can be given the constraints, and the constraints are that it doesn't want that regime to collapse. But China is also bumping up against the US in the region. There are disputes over islands. China is in dispute with allies, US allies in the region. There was a less than cordial atmosphere, I thought, when President Obama was in China. So there are conflicts. China doesn't want a nuclear Pyongyang, but on the other hand, it doesn't want a unified North Korea if that, in effect, is a US ally.
absolutely right. If I'm being completely honest, I think that might be the greatest tragedy of the human race. We're so gifted with this consciousness and this complex thought, and we expend it fucking hating each other and hating ourselves and getting so emotional over things that we don't understand, as opposed to coming together as a singular species to further everyone's understanding. How much sooner do you think we could have been on the moon if the Crusades never happened? Had Napoleon never existed? Had Hitler never existed? Don't you think we could have prevented the bubonic plague? Had we not been wailing on and shooting at each other since the beginning of mankind? These dog-eat-dog ideologies, capitalism, imperialism, they're so celebrated around the world like it's something to be revered, taking the blood or the land of another man or woman. It's sickening. It's truly sickening. And you know, one day, none of it's going to matter, because some idiot's going to set off a nuclear bomb, and then everybody else in the world is going to set off a nuclear bomb, and we'll all be gone in a puff of smoke. You know, maybe I'm just being neurotic about it, but I mean, that is how I think the world's going to end.
Fire suppression systems offline. Emergency power backup system offline. Communication systems offline. Magnetic storage system offline. Radiation protection systems offline. Comfort management system offline. All core system services offline. Total shutdown imminent. Code 5. Today is August 5th, 2026. 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 Today is August 5th, 2020.